Hey there, here's Alexander from Mantix. Happy to have you here today. So we are here to see how to analyze, to draw trends in the emerging trends inside the labor market with Mantix Analytics. So we are here today on the tool Mantix Analytics, and we are going to see how to draw these trends from the labor market. So you can see here on the left side of the screen, we have plenty of metadata of dimension to analyze based on the job postings. On the main screen, you have here the visualization part, and on the right side, you have indeed the graphics you can choose in order to visualize the emerging trends of the labor market. So we are going to draw some example in order for you to see how it's working. So basically here we'll see on the past year how has evolved the job market. So we're going to select the creation date of the job postings and set up here on the horizontal axis and choose the counts basically for this job posting. So here you can see you have a quick overview of how the job postings are evolving through time, and you can of course go deeper inside the analysis and, for instance, say, okay, I would like to specify to see all of this evolution, but only for a specific set of job titles. So here we're going to use, for instance, all the jobs published in the IT sector. So I have set up here a quick request, a quick Boolean request. So here we can select, for instance, all the job titles with front-end, developers, back-end, full stack, etc., etc. So here I have the evolution through time in histogram, and I can go deeper here by using this breakdown, and we are going to break down through different dimensions. Here we are going to use the description inside the job offer, and for instance we are going to look for job postings who have remote inside their job description. Okay, so here I'm just going to label it remote, and I'm going to draw it comparatively to all the job postings that we have in the database. So to see, for instance, what is the proportion of IT jobs in remote versus on-site jobs. Okay, so here perhaps the histogram, the stack bar is not the best way to see that, and we are going to use the line, for instance. So here we have a quick overview of how is decomposed the job postings inside IT sectors between remote and on-site jobs. But we can, of course, switch in other representation using not remote but perhaps technologies, which could be quite interesting. And we are going to see, for instance, okay, which proportion of these jobs are indeed Python, and the other one perhaps Java. So here Java, okay, we are going to use also PHP. So we are just going to use to specify just 3 of them, but of course there is no limit. You can go, you can set up like 10 or I don't know 20 technologies in order to have a full overview of the technology map inside the job postings. All right, so here we have this visualized this timeline for technologies usage inside the job postings, inside the jobs in IT. You can see here that Java is the most represented one, then Python, and then PHP. You can see it's quite stable through time in the last year, and as you can see, we can draw this in just a few clicks with this analytics tool. So perhaps you don't want this visualize this time representation, but perhaps you want the global repartition through the last year for this specific query. We can do that by choosing another graphic, like for instance the donut here. So it's kind of a pie chart, if I can say so. And again, we are going to specify some filter here. So we have still our Boolean request here about the jobs in IT, and perhaps we want to filter about specific location, about specific type of contract, and here we are going to do that again with the technologies for you to have a little overview. Okay, so let's add a slice, and we are going to add a filter. Let's say again, I'm just going to use this representation for the technologies specified inside the job description. The last one that we were looking for here, HP. All right, perfect. So here you can see about this distribution of technology used inside the job postings in IT. And so basically we have 65% of not representing inside of the technologies. Java is about 17%, Python 12%, and finally PHP 5% only. So yeah, it's a quick overview about the last year. If we analyze on the job postings, and we would like to see, okay, which is the most used technology for this specific kind of job title, we can see it here. And of course, we have here selected technologies, but we could specify, for instance, remote. And of course, here, perfect. Just going to say remote. Perfect. And here we can see there is about 83% of the jobs on site versus around 17% of the job in remote. It's quite surprising. We could think that basically the IT world would be more remote, but here we can see most of them indeed are actually on site, which is quite interesting. So yeah, that's the way to use Montics Analytics, and you can draw plenty of graphics in order for you to basically to see the emerging trends inside the labor markets, the job market. So yeah, it's the only limit. It's your imagination. You can analyze it through time, through different dimensions, through different attributes of the job postings. Could be the salary, could be the seniority here, the job function, the location. Well, we have plenty of attributes that on which you can look to find the trends inside the job posting market.